You're doing everything right. You're eating clean, you're working out, you're taking your supplements, you're drinking your water, but your body is screaming at you. The bloating won't go away. The brain fog is getting worse. Your energy is completely shot by 2 p.m. And the weight, it's not budging, not even a little. Here's what nobody's telling you. Your gut is on fire. Literally. And that inflammation, it's hijacking your hormones, your metabolism, and your ability to feel like yourself again. I'm about to show you exactly why this is happening and give you 3 things you can do today to start putting out that fire. Hey, I'm Lauren Scholl, and this is Fully Defined, the show where we cut through the noise and get real about what's actually happening inside your body so you can finally feel like yourself again. This is my very first episode, so let me introduce myself. I'm a hormone and inflammation specialist, but more importantly, I'm a mom of 2. My oldest is a tech genius and loves band. My youngest is a crazy talented athlete. Baseball is his number 1. Basketball, his number 2. And if you're a sports mom, you know that my life is basically a never-ending cycle of practices, games, and trying to keep everyone fed with actual real food. And here's the thing, I get it. I get what it's like to be doing everything right and still feel like your body is working against you. I've been there. I've worked with hundreds of women just like you who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s dealing with hormonal shifts that feel like they came out of nowhere. Women who are frustrated because they're putting in the work but not seeing results. And what I've learned both personally and professionally is almost every single time the root of the problem isn't in your willpower. It's not your workout plan, and it's not even your diet, but it's in your gut. One thing I can tell you about me and my history is I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's and psoriatic arthritis about 10 years ago. So my journey with my body has always been an uphill battle. I also came from a background of competitive dance. So before I was in the health, fitness, and nutrition industry, I was a competitive dancer at the professional level. And every step of the way was a big struggle for me. You know, obviously my body was a really important piece to my career, and the dance industry holds you to a very high standard, right? You have to look a certain way. You have to be able to do certain things, and my body fought me every step of the way. I never really understood it until much later when I was no longer dancing, unfortunately. So I realized that what worked for everyone else was never going to work for me, and it became my mission to figure out exactly how to help people that dealt with the same struggles that I battled my entire career. So diving into it, I found that the majority of my issues stemmed really from my gut. More specifically, it's the inflammation that's brewing in your gut that's throwing everything else off balance. So today, we're diving deep into that gut inflammation connection. I'm going to explain what's really happening, why it matters so much for women our age, and I'm going to give you 3 tactical, actionable steps you can take today to start turning things around for you. All right, so let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. Some are good, some are bad. When everything's balanced, your gut is like a well-oiled machine. It digests your food, absorbs your nutrients, supports your immune system, and even helps regulate your hormones. But when things get out of balance, that's when things start to go bad. When bad bacteria starts to outnumber the good, your gut lining gets damaged. Think of it like this. Your gut lining is supposed to be a tight, secure wall. But when it's damaged, it becomes more like a screen door with holes in it. So now things that are supposed to stay inside your gut, like undigested food particles, toxins, bacteria, start leaking through those holes and into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees these invaders and goes into full attack mode and sends out inflammatory signals to fight them off. And that's where the problem starts. Because when your immune system is constantly on high alert, inflammation becomes chronic, and it's really not just a one-time response anymore. It's happening all day, every day. And here's where it gets really frustrating for women in our age group. That chronic inflammation directly interferes with our hormones. It messes with estrogen balance. It blocks thyroid hormone, really from being able to do its job. It makes your body more insulin resistant, which makes you store fat more easily and burn it off less effectively. So even though you're eating clean and working out and your body is stuck in this inflammatory hormone disrupting cycle that makes it nearly impossible to see any type of results. This is why so many women feel like they're doing everything right, but nothing's working. It's not you, it's the inflammation. And the good news, once you understand this connection, you can actually do something about it. All right, let's get into the good stuff. I promised you 3 things you can do right now to start calming that inflammation and get your gut healing. These are simple, tactical, and things that you can start today. The very first thing I want you to do before you eat anything, before you have your coffee, is drink 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar in about 8 ounces of water. Why? Because most women dealing with gut issues have low stomach acid. And when your stomach acid is low, you can't break down your food properly. And that means you're not absorbing nutrients and you're creating more inflammation because undigested food is sitting in your gut fermenting. Apple cider vinegar helps raise your stomach acid so your body can actually digest your food the way it's supposed to. Now, I know it doesn't taste amazing, but here's the thing. It works. I've seen it work for hundreds of women. You can add like a little lemon or a tiny bit of raw honey if you need to, but don't skip this step. Do it every single morning for the next 2 weeks and pay attention to how you feel. Most women notice less bloating, better digestion, and more energy within just a few days. Okay, this one is huge, and it's probably the most important thing you can do to reduce your inflammation fast. Seed oils like canola, soybean, corn oil, vegetable oil, they're in everything. They're in your salad dressing, your snacks, your restaurant food, and they are absolutely destroying your gut. And here's why. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are pro-inflammatory. When you eat too much of omega-6s and not enough omega-3s, your body gets stuck in this inflammatory state. Plus, these oils are highly processed and oxidized, which means they're already damaged before you even eat them. And when you consume damaged fats, they damage your gut lining and trigger more inflammation. So here's what to do. Go through your pantry and your fridge, read the labels. If you see canola oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, toss it. Replace them with real fats, butter, ghee, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil. These are anti-inflammatory and actually support gut health. This one change alone can actually make a massive difference in how you feel. And the third thing I want you to do is support your gut with the right bacteria. You need a high quality probiotic to help repopulate the good bacteria in your gut. But here's the key. You need prebiotics, which are basically food for those good bacteria. Think of it like this. Probiotics are the seeds and the prebiotics are the fertilizer. So you really need both. For probiotics, look for one that has at least 10 billion CFUs and multiple strains of bacteria. Take it every day, ideally with food. And for prebiotics, you can get them from food, things like garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas, and oats. You can take a prebiotic supplement if that's easier too. When you combine probiotics and prebiotics, you're giving your gut exactly what it needs to heal, rebalance, and reduce inflammation. And when your gut is healthy, everything else starts to fall into place. Your hormones, your energy, your weight, your mood, all of it. So those are your 3 action steps. Start your morning with apple cider vinegar, remove seed oils from your diet, and add in a daily probiotic and prebiotic. Simple, tactical, and effective. Here's what I want you to understand. Your body is not broken. You're not too old. You're not doing something wrong. Your body is just stuck in a cycle of inflammation that has been triggered by things you didn't even know were problems. Low stomach acid, seed oils, gut dysbiosis. But once you start addressing these root causes, your body will respond. It wants to heal. It wants to feel good. You just have to give it the right tools. And I know it can feel overwhelming, and I know you've probably tried 100 different things and felt like nothing works, but I promise when you focus on your gut health, everything else starts to shift. Your hormones balance out. Your energy comes back. The bloating goes away. Your weight starts to move. You start to feel like yourself again. And that's what this podcast is all about, giving you the real science-backed, no BS information you need to take control of your health and finally get the results you deserve. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks so much for being here with me on my very first podcast. podcast. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. If you found this helpful, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to the show so you don't miss the next episode. We're going to be diving into hormones, metabolism, stress, sleep, all the things that matter for women like us. And if you know another woman who's struggling with bloating, inflammation, or just feeling off, send this episode to her. Share it with a friend and let's help each other feel better. You can find me on Instagram at Coach Scholl. And if you have any questions or topics you want me to cover, send me a DM. I promise you I read every single one. All right, my friend, go take action. Start with that apple cider vinegar tomorrow morning. Remember to remove those seed oils, add in your probiotic, and watch what happens. I'll see you on the next episode.